Bell in Toyota, Logano and Ford in row 2, Chevys in row 3, Allmendinger and Busch. Here we go. One more try at overtime.
Is off of him slightly. Just staying with that 22.
I don't like his bottom line already. Look how far off A.J. Allmendinger is off of Bell. That's not good for those guys. Bowman on the outside getting a big push by Bubba. That's where all this energy is going to come from, back here. The move's going to be made on the front, but it's going to be because of what they see in the rearview mirror. Here comes the 8. These guys are in trouble on the bottom. Here comes Bubba. Here comes a little bit of help, but they're going to need more than this, just those 2.
Bowman drops to the inside. His teammate Kyle Larson is the first car on the inside.
Now that energy's all broke up now. Now we're going to see the cars coming from behind.
Where's he going to go? They're both going to get to him pretty hard, pretty quick.
All right, Stenhouse gets the white flag. The next flag ends it. 3 wide.
Well, good. You got the help.
Larson tried to go to the middle. Oh, he got turned.
Larson Pastrana in the fence. We are still green. No, the caution is out. And we'll wait for official word on whether Ricky Stenhouse or Joey Logano has won the Daytona 500.
Come to the checker first, baby.
Christopher Bell in the mix. Those 3 cars out in front of the crash.
Slow down.
They'll have to cross the line, but one of them
locked in
will win the Daytona 500.
What is Bell doing here? Oh.
On the track, caution and checker.
Chevy, Ford, Stenhouse, Logano. Here is how this will be decided. It is not the flag. It is not the caution lights. It is NASCAR's decision as to where those 2 cars were when the button was pushed to activate the caution, and Ricky Stenhouse has won the Daytona 500.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Daytona 500 winner. Let me tell you, that's been a long time coming. That boy has been aggressive. He's been close. He's been knocking on the door on a track like this, and it's finally his turn. Daytona 500. That does not surprise me, Tony.
No,
not one bit.
He's fantastic on the super speedways like this, and he, like you mentioned earlier, he's very aggressive, but he's aggressive in a way that gets him to the front. It's not a reckless way. He just is going to do everything he can to get there.
Man. Look above your head. Look on that roll bar. I see it, boys. I see it.
Spotter Tab Boyd, crew chief Mike Kelly, team owners, husband and wife team Jody and Tad Geschecter, along with NBA legend Brad Doherty, own that single car team. Stenhouse's best previous finish in the 500 was 7th. He becomes the 42nd driver to win the Great American Race, and here it is.
I think the win comes from the 5. When the 5 moved up to try to go around him and lost that momentum, that gets the 5 in trouble. Here comes the energy. Bell filled that void, gives him a big shot. 5 gets turned around. Look, right there, he's in front of him and wins this Great American Race. Had the 5 stayed in front of him, the 5's going to be the one when I think back of this race, he's going to be coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oh, so close.
Stenhouse won here in July 2017.
The 10 car back in the back of the 67 car. And you got to do it. I mean, you know Travis doesn't have a lot of experience in these cars, but it's the last lap. You have to go for it.
So I ain't going to do a burnout. I ain't got no fuel.
Hey, bud, you don't need any more.
How about that? How about that? That's how close it was. You saw Buscher. You saw a lot of other guys come in and top off. Amazing. Changes life right there.
Wins in his 12th try for the Daytona 500. On the short tracks, on the dirt, sometime they called him Recce Spin Twice. Not today. Today, they call him Winner.
Doesn't matter what happens the rest of his life, he is a Daytona 500 champion.
With a big ring, and I mean a big ring. This is going to be a good celebration.
Who would have thought in this day of the 4-car mega teams that this little single car team would come here and win the 500, Jamie Little?
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., it has been a long time coming. The one difference, Mike Kelly, your crew chief, is back. You won 2 championships together, and now you won the Daytona 500. Was it just magic together that made the difference here?
Yeah, I think this whole offseason, Mike just preached how much we all believed in each other. They left me a note on the car that said they believe in me and to go get the job done tonight. I made a few mistakes. We were able to battle back. This Kroger Cottonelle team worked really, really hard this offseason. Great pit stops, Hendrick engines, glad a Chevy won. Man, this is unbelievable. This is the site of my last win back in 2017. We've worked really hard. We had a couple shots last year to get a win and fell short. It was a tough season, but man, we got it done. Daytona 500.
You have a knack for this style of racing, and we went into overtime, so you had to do it a couple of times and earn it. What were those moments like, and what were you watching? What made the difference initially at the end?
Yeah, when the 8 went to the bottom there, I was able to push the 22 and the 5. We had a huge run. I was hoping we were going to get to the white there, and we didn't, so I knew I was going to take the top. I was hoping the 22 was going to follow, and he did. He was able to push us out. I went to the bottom, the 8 and the 22, got a huge run. The 5, split me in the middle, but another fellow dirt racer with Bell gave me a good shot down the little short chute into 1, and man, we were out front when the caution came out. We were out of fuel, so the fuel light was going crazy. But man, I hope y'all had fun. That was a heck of a race.
Congratulations. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins the Daytona 500.
Joey Logano comes up short in his bid for his second Daytona 500. Joey, you had a clear shot out front. You could see where you needed to be. What are the emotions right now?
Second's the worst, man. He was so close, and leading the white flag lap there is up front. Kyle gave me a good push, and you're watching in the mirror, and they're 3 wide across there, and I felt like the 3 wide was going to hurt a lane. It looked like Kyle was getting pushed ahead, and then Ricky started getting pushed ahead, and I knew if I went to the bottom, my car didn't handle good enough, and I already got pushed off the bottom once, and I thought if I go down there, I'm probably going to get wrecked, and I don't know if I can get down there in time to throw the block, and so I didn't want to wreck my car either, and I don't know. And then you don't expect them to wreck. Like, you think you're racing to the checkered flag, and you put yourself in the best position to try to win at the start-finish line, and just caution came out. Yeah, you wish you could race to the end. Obviously, you can't, right, when they wreck that much. But congratulations to Ricky, obviously. I mean, there's nothing like winning the Daytona 500. That's why it stings so much finishing second. But still proud of the team, still proud of the effort coming off the championship last year and bringing this Shell Pennzoil Mustang back towards the front and getting a Ford close to the front. Wish it was in victory lane, though.
Thanks, Joey.
Ricky Stenhouse is a champion of the Daytona 500 and can hardly believe it. He bests Joey Logano in this 2-lap shootout as a caution flag ends it here in Daytona, but we'll be back with more interviews after this.